Well, how is the Indian government looking at this? Sources in the Home Ministry saying that Headley had told the National Investigating Agency when they had access to him that the LET Zaki-ur-Rehman Lakhvi is very close to the ISI chief, Shuja Pasha. Government sources also saying that India's dossiers that have been given to Pakistan contain everything that Headley has talked about in court. So they've been able to corroborate that with what he said, and that his testimony will make the case against the ISI stronger. They believe, at least, that the Americans will use this testimony to put pressure on the ISI. Well, is that really going to be the case? Mr. Kumar Ketkar, you are there in Mumbai, the city that saw this horrific terror attack take place. What do you see changing as a result of Headley's testimony, if at all anything?
Well, actually, what we are seeing now, Headley talking, could have been suspected by Indian intelligence long time ago. If you remember, after 26/11, nobody even mentioned a possibility of somebody in America with the help of Pakistani intelligence was operating in India or could have operated in India and actually could have helped the attack. At that time, neither Indian intelligence said anything nor CIA said anything. So there is a lot which has not been said or which may not come to light, perhaps not in entire generation of ours, is that Headley could have been a double agent for CIA, Headley could have been double agent for ISI, Headley could have betrayed the both, or Headley could have been loyal to both at one point of time when ISI and CIA were working together. Headley was perhaps helping them both. When 26/11 happened and after that Headley was arrested, immediately India was not even informed. Headley's case came to light much later, and only much later that the Indian intelligence got into action to find out what Headley was doing. But even then, let us not forget the timing, let us not forget, and it's not a coincidence, that only after Osama's death or Osama got killed that we are seeing Headley talking to the court. So there is certain kind of timing coincidence or alleged coincidence or presumed coincidence in which we can see the game that is being played. We all of us know, and not through James Bond type of, not through the James Bond type of spies.
Do you see that really as a conspiracy? Because this trial date has been set for some time. What happened with Osama was kind of unexpected, and then that brings me to the larger question: that do you really see the ISI being held accountable for this?
Definitely there is a conspiracy on that, there is no doubt, but the point is how much conspiracy was that of the ISI and how much conspiracy was that of the CIA, because CIA, maybe the case was decided to be heard today, that's not the point. Point is what Headley should say in the court could have been also briefed by the agents who were handling Headley himself. So there are Headley's handlers in ISI, there are also Headley's handlers perhaps in CIA and perhaps also in FBI, and all of them are creating a kind of a complete either camouflage at one level and some kind of apparently felt revelation. Actually, how much of that revelation is a revelation, how much of it is planned to be said, and how much is to be believed in that, perhaps we will never know. And I think Headley's entire case fits into a perfect spy story, but as we all of us know, spy stories are highly glamorized, and James Bond does not represent a real spy. The Headley is a real spy, and we do not know the full story as yet. And this testimony will not reveal a full story. Perhaps far more sinister, far more dangerous games were being played, and perhaps some of the games may be being played now even.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.